Cosby, Bill Cosby, as you know, he got the 3 to 10 year prison sentence with Andrea Constand for that situation, where there's no proof. It doesn't mean Cosby's a good guy. It doesn't mean he never did anything wrong, but there's no proof. Doesn't mean Cosby didn't do some of the things he's been accused of in the past, but there's no proof. Doesn't mean Cosby is an angel, but there's no proof. Doesn't mean Cosby doesn't deserve to be in jail for something, but there's no proof. In a justice system, there's supposed to be proof. In his case, there's no proof. He got 3 to 10 years in prison, and basically Cosby, from what I understand, from what I'm reading this USA Today article, according to his reps, now his reps are going to give, they're going to give their perspective, but they're actually optimistic. They said that Cosby's doing really well in prison, and that this curse is really turning into a blessing for all those men that get the honor of being in Cosby's presence. These are the black men that have been forgotten by our community, by other communities. These are people that they act like they're dead. They're not dead. They're incarcerated. They act like they're all terrible people. A lot of them are terrible people. A lot of them got, hemmed up on a drug charge in the 1980s. Some of them got caught possessing weed a decade ago. So ultimately, a lot of these men who could be good husbands and fathers get the honor of having Bill Cosby eating lunch with them every day. And apparently Cosby's really taken to this environment. From what I understand, his rep said, Andy Wyatt says that Cosby's losing weight, that he is giving motivational speeches. Let me see here. I'm reading this here. Let's see here. Mr. Cosby, roughly 3 months ago, had been requested by a number of inmates to come and speak at some of their support groups, and he debated about it and decided to take them up on their offer, Wyatt said by phone Tuesday. One group that he consistently speaks to is a group called Man Up. These are guys that are going to be paroled in a few months, and he is talking to these guys because a lot of them have been in prison, and they are afraid to go back to their communities. This is very important because I know I have a friend that actually runs a organization where they get prominent black men to come in and help mentor black boys, and black men from the community will show up because a lot of the men that they bring in are sports stars and celebrities. So they like to see the celebrities. So she said she did a survey amongst the black men that were just there watching and asked them, do you feel confident enough that you can be a mentor to a young black child? And the majority of the men said no. They said they don't feel confident. They don't feel that they have done enough. They don't feel like they're good people. They don't feel like they are worthy of being mentors. What does that reflect to me? What that says to me is that as a black man, you have been raised in a country that has been shaped to never want you to be a man. You live in a country that is designed to keep you as a little boy. You live in a country that is designed to steal your self-esteem, to steal your dignity, to steal your self-worth. You live in a country that labeled you a villain and a bad guy from the time you were born. So the same way people, talk about, they complain about Donald Trump, and what he said about, Mexicans and, stuff like that, terrible things. I won't even repeat it because it wasn't cool that he said this. Well, they do that to the black man. They've been doing that to the black man for 400 or 500 years. They want to label you as sexual predators when they do that. Because remember, when you see a man as esteemed and as respected as a Bill Cosby go down like that and receive literally one of the worst labels that a human being can receive in this society, that's speaking to all of you. When he went down, a lot of y'all went down. A lot of y'all said, damn, like they took the biggest, strongest black man we could think of, and they tore him down to nothingness. So if he ain't shit, then I must not be shit. So a lot of us, we internalize that. And that's what they did on the plantation. On the plantation, if they wanted to tear down the self-esteem, self-worth, and confidence of every black male on the plantation, they wouldn't go get them all. They would just go get the biggest, strongest one that everybody looked up to and tear him down in front of everybody. And then that tears everyone else down at the same time.